Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. In this video, we will be talking about Vishraams in various Gurbani applications, what they mean and how to use them. So if you've ever seen the different colored words when you're reading a Shabad in a Gurbani application such as IGurbani, you see the orange words over here and you might wonder what they mean. Today we will be going over that. So in IGurbani, if you see at the bottom, there are two buttons. One is Ladivar and one says Vishram. Right now, that Vishram is on. And if I press that again, you see the colored words go away. So when I press that again, the colors come back. And basically, what these colors mean is they tell us where to pause when reciting this line or this Shabad. So if I go to the settings option here in IGurbani by pressing menu at the top, you'll see Vishram and it tells me what green and orange mean. The green here is short pause and orange is long pause. So that means when I'm reading this tuk, Satgur, Sikh Ko, Naam Tan De, I have a short pause at green at Satgur and a longer pause orange at Ko. And some lines only have orange, so they have a long pause that helps you understand the meaning of the word. Like Gurbachani Har Naam Uchre, or Satgur Sikh Ke Bandhan Katta. That means the Satguru, the true Guru, is the one who is cutting the bonds away of the Sikh. And in some cases, if we do the Vishram at the wrong spot, we can actually change the meaning of the line and how it's interpreted, which could become very wrong and actually put something for Satguru, which is supposed to be applied to the Sikh. So these visual aids in these apps like IGurbani help us in our pronunciation and our pausing, which is the Vishraams. So we can see in the last line, Nanak Satgur Sikh Ko Jinal Samara. That helps us as we're reading the Bani. And we can turn these on and off, as we saw here. If I go back and go to the IGurbani homepage and click the eye icon, it actually tells us the source. In this case, the Vishraams come from Baba Darshan Singh Ji. And Vishraams might vary from app to app because they are not written in, but they are rather interpreted by some Gursikh or some learned person who understands Gurbani and tries to help everyone else understand where to pause and how to pronounce it. Now, this feature is also available in Gurbani Searcher, and I've shown this in the full Gurbani Searcher video, which was linked below. But if you slide from the side and turn on Bani Vishraams, it gives us a little disclaimer that says it is recommended to go based on each person's own interpretations and understandings. And if I press OK, we see over here the Vishraams are actually made by spacing out the words. So here it says Gurbachani Har Naam Uchre. So rather than changing the colors, here they have just added a big space between the words. Another app which has this feature is Sundar Gutka by Khalis Foundation. In this app, you'll notice when I open a Bani, we have these words colored red, which show where to pause. And the great thing about this app is if you go to the settings, it actually allows you to choose between different Vishram sources. So you can turn the Vishrams on or off with this little toggle. And then you can say, how do you want the Vishrams to look, colored or gradient? So you can change that, and you can also change the Vishram source. So this app uses BaniDB, which is basically, it's a corrected Gurbani database that has input from various people who help submit corrections and fixes to that database. We can also use the same source as IGurbani for our Vishrams, or we can use the Sikhi to the max Vishrams. So this is a really great feature that allows us to choose the source, because some places different scholars or Gurmukhs might differ in their beliefs of where they think the pause actually is. But this is a neat way to show where to pause and help us in reading and understanding Gurbani. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do like it, subscribe to the channel, and share it to anyone else who you might think would benefit from it. Thank you. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.